Good morning, Rowan. I'm going to be talking about religion on the internet. The Catholic and Eastern Orthodox churches have a direct line to the Apostles. It's amazing to see how exactly they've diverged over the years. And yes, I'm aware of the Eastern Catholic churches and the Western Rite Orthodox churches. This video is not about them, and I'm trying to be funny. So, let's begin. Catholics use leavened bread for Mass. Orthodox use leavened bread for Divine Liturgy. Orthodox Christians intermix the body and blood into a chalice and distribute the Eucharist by spoon. Catholics do no such thing. Orthodox Christians use the Eucharist to completion, meaning that the body and blood consecrated for that particular liturgy is used for that particular liturgy alone. If there's a particularly large crowd, the exception is that the Orthodox will use pre-sanctified gifts. There's this whole service for it. They do not store the consecrated Eucharist like the Catholics. The Eucharist does not cease to be body, blood, soul, and divinity of Jesus after the Mass has been said. It's still the body, blood, soul, and divinity. This leads to a massive tradition of Eucharistic adoration in the Catholic Church. Catholics introduced children to the joys of the Eucharist, at the age of reason. Orthodox introduce the joys of the Eucharist, any time after baptism. Yes, including babies. Catholics do the sign of the cross backwards. Orthodox do the sign of the cross backwards. It's all a matter of perspective. Catholics use rosaries. The Orthodox use prayer ropes. Orthodox use icons. Catholics use icons, paintings, and statues. Icons have a very specific style. After the Great Schism, Catholics use more realistic imagery, which causes Orthodox spies in their churches to spontaneously combust. Catholics believe in the Assumption of Mary. Orthodox believe in the Dormition of Theotokos. Catholics say the Dormition is just a long way of saying Assumption. Orthodox are inclined to agree. The sacred mystery of penance in the Orthodox Church has the sinner confessed to an icon of Jesus, which the priest acts as a witness, friend, and advisor. The priest then places a stole over the head of the sinner and says a prayer. In the Catholic Church, confessions are private and take place in, a confessional. Catholics confess directly to a priest who forgives the sinner by the power of God. When the Pope speaks ex cathedra on matters of faith and morals, such as defining a dogma, he is infallible. He does not speak from a literal chair. This is just a representation of the chair of St. Peter. Orthodox bishops have the same amount of power, but not necessarily the same amount of privileges. Speaking first at meetings is not a power. Catholic priests are required to be celibate. Orthodox priests can be married, but cannot remarry once they enter the priesthood. Monks from both are required to be celibates. Catholics believe in purgatory, whose fires cleanse the soul of their sins, guilt, and unpaid consequences. The Orthodox believe the prayers for the dead, but they don't believe in the concept of purgatory. The aerial toll houses are likened to purgatory, but this is an insult to purgatory. I don't like the toll houses at all. The Orthodox believe that knee pain is the most proper way to worship. Catholics believe that constant up, down, and on your knees motions is the most proper way to worship. Orthodox can drink the holy water. This tradition was made after the Great Schism to cause Catholic spies to spontaneously combust in Byzantine churches. This has been a small, if not humorous, overview of Catholics and Orthodox. Goodbye, Rowan.